Hi there and welcome. And I'm so excited you dropped by because I am going to be talking in this video about this new program I'm launching, A Journey of Self-Love through the Chakras. Mostly, I want to introduce myself, introduce the reasons why I created the program, and also introduce why I think it would be very beneficial for you to access the opportunity of taking part in the program. So that is how we're going to break down this video. I'm going to, one, introduce myself. Two, I'm going to talk a little bit about why I created the program. Three, I'm going to talk about how I really think it can benefit you. And then I've got a couple little goodies to throw in there at the end that will explain about the program just maybe a slight bit further. So, first things first, if you don't know me, if you aren't a part of my newsletter regularly, you won't know much about me. So, I am a transformation guide and energy intuitive. And the way I like to describe being a transformation guide is through this lens. The lens is one where you see, feel, experience the world differently. There's been a shift. It's either been something pulled out from under you. It's either a choice, a decision you've made to move forward with something. It's either, or it could be uh, something that you did ask for, but there's just more to navigate than you thought in all of the components of transition that you need to move through to make it happen. Or you feel stuck and you're trying to understand things at a deeper level as to why you're stuck, or you're moving forward in your career or changing careers and need guidance along the path. You need someone to language what you're going through and offer you the practical tools that really place you at the center and provide you with the empowerment and the skills to know how to navigate not only the rest of the situation you're going through, but future situations that could be similar. The second part of what I do, and it goes hand in hand with the transformation guide part, is I'm an energy intuitive, and I really feel that I have been gifted in this lifetime with some incredible insights, awarenesses, feeling, sensation, sight around energy, how it works in the body, what areas need to be pinpointed, and again, the tools to help you access and understand the body's communication, learning how to interpret it, and then learning how to shift those things out that are really uncomfortable, that don't need to be there, that are stuck or heavy or dense. And because we're not just a physical body, and certainly that's been proven over and over again now, and uh, it's more talked about, and there's more research about the fact that we are energetic bodies, that there are layers to our bodies that we cannot see that come out from our bodies, like the auric field. So we are so much more. So understanding the energetics of how our body works is a big piece of the education that I do when I work with clients. And so that's a little bit about me. I always like to enhance the piece of information about me to say that I'm a mom of two. I have two grandchildren also, that their names mean light and star, and they send beams of light, of joy into me all the time. So I love that role as grandma. And I have a pup who you might have just seen sneak by, and well, he's 6 years old, but he acts like a pup, and his name is Mosley. So he may reappear, he may show up here and there. So he's just a lot of fun, and he's my regular companion. And then I want to also thank you, who are the people who are on my newsletter, who did respond to the survey. I just have to say thank you so much for sending your questions in, because they have truly enriched the program that I'm offering. And I am so very thankful for the time that you took. I have posted a link below if you do want to subscribe to my newsletter if you haven't already. So I mentioned there's a few parts. So part one was just a little bit about me, and part two is what reason did I have to create this program? And I will say that the foundation of the program and its components came from my life experiences, especially over the last 7 to 8 years. I've had some significant shifts, changes, health issues, just so many. I hate to use the word pivot because we're using pivot fatigue here in COVID times, but I pivoted so many times and pivoted career. And there were certain things that were undeniable about what I needed to do. And I've been seeking real growth and development within myself and done such a huge amount of inner work that this program was channeled and downloaded as a result of all of those experiences that I've had into practical tools, knowledge, and education around how our body works, how energy works, how the energetics work of self love, especially as it is related to our chakras. Because what I learned on my journey is that we are not just a physical body, obviously. And I think people know that now more than ever. However, we're still treated like that in the medical system. So we aren't, we're not a physical body. We have all of these layers, and really understanding that what is running in all of these other layers influences our day-to-day life, what we react to, how we behave, and the choices we make. So it's good to understand the chakras and in a different way and develop a practice of self-love through that understanding and through clearing a lot of the stuff that is left over in these chakras in our chakra system. So I developed it because of my own journey. I developed it back to COVID. I developed it because of COVID. Because of what I heard from family, friends, colleagues, and clients about what their experience has been through COVID, which specifically relates to the inner part of the journey and what people learned about themselves, what they learned was important, what they learned that they didn't like, that what they learned that they didn't like about themselves, other people, the world, whatever it may be. There was a real inner change. And as a result of that inner change, people had a whole bunch of stuff come up and didn't always have a way to purge that out, to expunge it, to release it, to shift it, to understand it even. So I found that it was really this came out of the importance of offering people resources that could help them navigate even further what they're experiencing because we're still in COVID, but also things to come. And then finally, and this speaks to, I'm grabbing my heart here because it speaks to my heart. I am an educator at heart. There is something about co-creating a learning experience with an audience who are an audience of seekers who really want another level of knowledge, who are creating space in their life to learn new things and to journey deeper and understand more about our purpose and passion and find that clarity. So those were the reasons I created the program. Why will you benefit? Oh, goodness, let me count the ways, they say. So, why will you benefit? You'll benefit from this program, first and foremost, if you choose to. And I know that that just sounds such a cliche, but it is your choice. If you choose to partake or participate in this program, it is about how you focus your intentions and what you allow to come in, the openness that you let yourself become, so that you can bring in all the lessons that are yours to learn. Because again, you have a choice every step of the way. When you choose to join a program, and you probably have had this experience before, when you're in a collective, it's really powerful. So all the people that will make this choice to join into this program will experience something just by virtue of the fact that we've entered into it energetically together. While we've focused our intention and created a space for learning and for it's just creating new understandings of ourself and what we need, what we desire, and what perhaps has been holding us back that we didn't even know because we never went into the chakras in the way that we are going to do in this program. let me pause there though, because what you might be asking is really, what is different about your program? I can go on the internet and read about chakras. I can try other people's programs. I can read books. I can, stare at my navel, hoping that my solar plexus chakra will give me lots of information. And my answer to that is you could, and I would understand because everybody wants to learn in a different way. However, I think that what is unique in this program is the way I've curated the material, because I truly believe that I have this information has been channeled through me, that I am been a conduit for downloads of information that will have value for people and really help you to change the things in your life that you want to change. And when you can learn about the chakras and self-love through meditation and yoga and different practices, but the depth and the way that I will help you work through this journey, the way that I will set up markers, the way that I will be a guide and help you navigate all the different places that you will go emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, physically, energetically. I'm there to help guide you through all of those components. And again, it's always your choice about the depth to which you want to learn and go, which is why I've created some different ways that people can access this program. So I also believe that you will benefit, and I'm going to give you an analogy about what I think about how you could benefit. And that is, I talked about focus and intention and choice, but there's something kind of interesting that happens when we focus on something. And that is, I will use the analogy of buying a red BMW. Once you make a decision to buy a vehicle, all of a sudden you will notice, you will see this vehicle as you're driving. You'll see it in parking lots. You have now cued in to this other level of information that you have focused on, that is your desire, and you've created space to see it. Your perception kind of expands out. All of a sudden, it takes in something new. It takes in this idea of this red BMW, and all of a sudden you're seeing it everywhere. It's a really interesting phenomenon. And I think that that is the same for when you choose to take a program like this. You've created space for more awareness to come in for, or to increase in your life, and for your perception to become wider and be able to see more. It's expansion. So that is another reason why I think you'll benefit, because when you truly create the space, then you've invited in what it is that you need and what it is that you desire. Now, it may not always come in the way that you think it's going to come in, but I know from my own experiences in my life that you will end up, the end result will be more than you ever could have imagined. Because a little magic happens when you commit and when you dig in. Now, the other reason why I think that you will benefit is because of the other thing that happens when you choose to move and clean and change your environment, change something both physically, emotionally, and mentally in your space. So it's like spring cleaning. It's like cleaning out a basement. It's like cleaning out a garage, or even as simple as a drawer. When you clean out something that you have not paid attention to in a very long time, when you clean out junk that you didn't know is there, when you scoop out the dust, when you move things around and reorganize and repattern where you place things so that you can find them easier, all of a sudden there's clarity in front of you, because now everything is much, well, there's nothing clouding it. There's nothing clouding it that you didn't even know was clouding you from reaching in and finding that one thing in the drawer. And when you get rid of debris from your basement, or bags of clothes that you're never going to wear again, or whatever the components are that you know you have to move out, there is a that something changes in the energy. You can feel the freshness, the lightness. You can feel the movement, the vitality. It's almost like a new pattern of energy. Like if the wind could flow through, it would flow through in a different way, in and around through all of those rooms or that drawer or that basement or whatever it was that you cleaned out and changed. It is both tangible and intangible. That's why I think that you'll benefit from really journeying in an effort to deepen love of self and do it through the chakra system. I also use the analogy of a computer, and the only thing I want to touch on, because I'm going to use this analogy more, but what I wanted to touch on was when we use a computer and turn it on, we are not aware, and we don't need to be aware in this case, of all of the things that make the program go, what that operating system is. However, if it gets stagnant or old or slowed down or doesn't have enough memory because the memory is full, or if it's got a virus and it needs any type of upgrade, we need to know that. And we need to know what needs to be upgraded. And a lot of times we need to know why, but not the ins and outs of every aspect of why, but just how come it's important in our life for right now, which is what which is what this program really is about, is going in and cleaning out all these areas that we've not paid attention to because we haven't really needed to, because everything seems to have been running really well until it doesn't. So those are the reasons why I think that you would tremendously benefit from a program like this if you choose to go down that route. And I am doing a couple more videos because I always like to offer up a bunch of information so that you really can make an educated choice. And I'll be doing a little bit more in the next video on what exactly is in the program. What are all the materials that I curated and how am I presenting those? And I also just want to share a little bit, about this stone. This stone is a bloodstone, which is one of the things I talk about are the types of stones and crystals that really support each of the chakras, the different reasons they do. And in this case, the bloodstone. And I've got a palming stone, which I really love because I love the way that it feels, and I love the way that you can just hold it in your hand if you need it for any reason, but also to create a relationship with it and to pull from it and to give to it. It is a two-way relationship. What is needed and what you can benefit from that stone. And in this case, it helps you root and ground, and grounding we need, especially in a world of amazing change and constant flux. Grounding is really important. So I hope that you have gotten a little bit out of this particular video, and do look out for the next video. It will be coming through my newsletter, and it will be posted to YouTube. And please do comment below on anything that jumped out at you, that you might want to know more about, or anything else that you have a question about the chakra system and or this program. And I just hope you have an absolutely fabulous rest of your week.